É o Game of Thrones da Telltale. Só vamos. Inclusive quero assistir ainda Game of Thrones, mano. Você gostou da música? Foi o Wendel do jogo? What the fuck? Vamos deixar aqui, ok. Essa aqui era maravilhosa. Essa mesmo. Configuração. Tá tudo tranquilo. Por isso que eu tava achando que música com um tom de RPG, né? Já que a música é gostosa mesmo, velho. A trilha sonora é muito boa. Exibir legenda sim, brilho. Deixa eu aumentar um pouquinho mais por causa da live. Diminuir um pouquinho da música por causa do coisa, né? E pronto, vamos passar a jogar então. São 5 episódios, né? Pra quem não conhece o jogo da Telltale. São 5 episódios. Só ver aqui uma coisa. 5 episódios. 6 no caso, esse daqui eu pensei que era 5, perdão. E eu vou jogar do 1 ao 6. Não sei como é que eu vou fazer ainda, na verdade. Se eu vou jogar de uma vez, se eu vou jogar um episódio por live. Vamos começar de novo, porque como eu falei, eu já joguei esse jogo, né? Mas eu não lembro, porque eu joguei. Esse daqui eu joguei só uma vez, até o Telltale. Se adapta às suas escolhas, a história é traçada pelo seu modo de jogo, ok. A Casa Forrester foi vassala leal da Casa Stark por milhares de anos. Nos limites mais sombrios da Mata de Lobos, eles ceifam árvores raras de pau-ferro. Agora o norte foi corroído pela guerra e casas rivais querem reivindicar o pau-ferro Forrester para si. O destino da Casa Forrester, portanto, é incerto. Voltando, esse daqui eu só joguei uma vez a Telltale. Na verdade, todos a Telltale eu só joguei uma vez, né? Que eu tenho. Com exceção do Borderlands, Tales from the Borderlands, que é muito bom. Bebam água. Se o RPG do Wendel fosse um lance mais medieval, ia estar, sabe? 100% aqui é ambientalizado.
You'd think he done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
É verdade, filho. Quer limpar?
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brain.
Caralho, esse pano é bom, velho. Que passa uma vez só, já limpa.
Proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that.
Invejoso.
I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest.
I will. You'll see.
Exatamente.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
Sempre é sempre uma opção válida. Isso é verdade.
He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
Mas eu quero ouvir a história. E eu não gostei desse cara, velho.
Oh, he'll talk all night if you let him.
Eu não gostei desse cara já. Eu quero que ele morra.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
Not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine.
Go on.
I don't take orders from you.
Exatamente.
Take orders from him. You idiot, you're his squire. Now fetch him some wine.
Mano, esse cara ele é muito chato, velho. Pelo amor de Deus.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House
Cadê a
Forrester
dublagem?
for
Não tem.
centuries.
Não tem dublagem
His
não,
honor is
Lucas.
beyond reproach. And House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field
Jogos da Telltale
plowed
tem
so
dublagem?
well
Pra mim nunca
as the
teve
day the
dublagem.
Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield.
Sabia nem que tinha dublagem, mas não tem não. Eu até vi nos áudios, a opção de áudio lá, áudio e vídeo.
Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Seja bem-vindo de volta, Wendel.
To Robb Stark, the king in the north!
The king in the north!
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly and House
não tem
Forrester
dublagem,
has been given the
Você viu lá o
greatest
Scott?
honor
Eu vi o Wendel, eu
to
vi.
lead the young
Mas bem
wolf's
de
army
relance.
and ride as the vanguard.
Aí, porra.
Gods
Isso aí.
have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
Iron from ice!
Isso aí, Iron for Ice. É, voltando, eu vi bem por cima. É o que eu já tinha feito, né, no caso. Eu já tô adiantado, eu só tenho que botar os pontos a mais, né? Que você botou. E os outros, preencher os outros. Todo jogo da Telltale não tem dublagem BR. É, Lucas.
Yes, my lord.
É isso que eu estranhei. E você nem abriu live, Lucas? O que aconteceu?
Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
Não, mano, vamos
Seek
ser. Eu sou
nothing,
humilde.
my lord. Serving a noble house such as yours is reward enough.
You're far too modest, Garrett.
Whatever you believe is
Peraí,
best,
Wendel.
my lord.
There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire.
Você viu o que eu
But
pedi
you've
lá no
erased
Discord?
those
Não,
doubts entirely.
que eu abri a live.
It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
Thank you, my lord.
Gostei do
I
meu
promise.
Lorde.
I won't let you down.
Meu Lorde, ele é gente
But for
fina.
now, keep this
O
between
único que
us.
tem uma
We're
só palavra
celebrating
é o da
tonight.
outra franquia.
I wouldn't want the other
Ah,
squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
bem pro final do game ainda. É, mano. Aí depois o povo reclama da Telltale, da Nintendo.
Fetches more
Não
wine.
completa o personagem. Ah, o Wendy's Day eu tenho que pensar com muita coisa, viu? Eu tenho que pensar com muita.
Make it up to you.
Do
Não.
it yourself.
I've been a squire longer than you, which means I outrank you.
So, he told you, not me.
Go with Bowen.
Saco. Já volto. Beleza, Lucas.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin.
Oh, mal agradecido.
See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms.
Ai, que cara
I
chato,
suppose
velho.
this beats pig farming. But not by much. This is a job for a pig farmer.
Que
All
cara
I'm
chato,
saying
velho.
is,
Pelo amor de
At
Deus.
this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pouring wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Give it time. You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester,
Eu ainda
I'd
quero
feel
entender o
different.
que é um
Who my
castelão.
uncle is has
Eu não
nothing
sei.
to do with it. How
Você sabe o
much
que é,
further?
Wendel?
It's right over there.
A Gêmeas, Fortaleza da Casa Frey, o Casamento Vermelho. Ah, Game of Thrones eu vou assistir, eu vou começar em live, viu? Já aviso isso. Inclusive, se eu ganhar um sorteio, vai ser.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding.
É, mano, porra. Ótimo casamento, vocês são tudo
Not
armados,
often
né?
he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett.
Sorro.
What? What's wrong?
Algo de errado não está certo, amigo. Você é burro também, igual uma porta, não percebeu, né?
What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
We have enough wine.
Then take the fucking flagon already.
Vamos, bicho burro.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Então fica aí, velho. Deixa ele. Puta, mano, o que eu faço? Bowen,
We have to warn the others.
Bowen, adeus. Adeus, Bowen, adeus. É claro, antes o Lorde do que o Bowen, né, pô? Aí tá todo mundo bêbado, sem arma. Mano, deixa eu prestar atenção porque esse é o Roderick que vai morrer agora. Ai, filho. Meu Deus do céu, eu não prestei atenção o que era pra... Porque dali era o Norin, eu acho. Né?
Ready, boys! Whoa!
Corre, filho, corre, corre, corre.
Shoot that one!
Pau de ferro, pô. Pau de ferro, caralho.
Look out!
Ai. Ai, merda. Eu não prestei atenção. Ai. Arthur. E aí? Pera aí, Arthur. Tô no meio do negócio aqui da treta, da guerra. Calma. Eu já falo com ele. Eu já leio, na verdade. Ai. Ai. Vai, vai, vai. Ai. Não! Não, 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 não. Vai lá, Morgulho. Morri, véi. E aí, cavalo, eu só vim aqui avisar que demorarei pra canal, é porque eu tô no aniversário de 1 ano do meu primo. Beleza, mano, beleza. Bom aniversário aí pra você. Net tá foda aí. Foi. Aí eu vou te chamar de Ayub, Wendel. Ok, vamos lá tentar de novo. Roderick! Triângulo. Vai, 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 vai. Não tem como ganhar essa daqui. O cara ia me chamar de careca. Eu ia. Me solta, inferno. Morre. Desculpa. Eu ainda já escolhi o nome do meu personagem. Eu ainda tenho que pensar no meu. Ai, 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 minha posterior da coxa. Puta, caiu ainda o cavalo em cima dele. Aí o Nora.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
Did you see him or not?
The
Puta,
Freys.
manda real.
They slaughtered him, my lord.
Deixa eu aproveitar que tá no diálogo com beber água.
Where's my squire? You didn't leave him, did you? What happened to him? Speak up, boy.
Eu vou
I
mentir.
didn't leave him, but I couldn't save him.
Eu vou mentir, eu meti o Miguel mesmo. O personagem vai ser japonês? Me inspirei no Guts e no sobrenome do criador de Berserk. Já que tinha aparência vai ser o Guts. Logo sobrenome japonês. Ah, bom. Eu tenho que pensar em descer. Ai, Lorde.
You fucking traitor! Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Vamos, senhor. Então já tem mais um player, que é o Arthur, né?
Seven hells.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Lembrando que vai ter react, porque saiu o vídeo do soviético, a análise que o Arthur tanto falou, e eu quero ver. Saiu hoje, eu acho. Hoje ou ontem, no caso.
Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste.
Pegar o espadão.
I'll be damned
Sabe
if I
que é
let it fall
engraçado?
into the hearts of
Um zumbi
those
que se
traitors.
chama... Sério?
You have to go.
Eu não
You
sei.
must go.
Eu não sei, velho. Eu não quero deixar ele, mas...
Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand?
Sim.
You must swear. Tell only your uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
Tá, só
Swear that I
só
will, my
jura.
lord.
Não deixem eu falar isso pra ninguém que não seja o tio dele, por favor.
Go!
Se eu esquecer. Pra mim não esquecer. Eu quero o nome pra começar a escrever a história. Pra mim não esquecer. Ah, beleza. Corre, filho. E a espada ficou voando ali. Vocês viram que a espada ficou voando? Eu acho essa música muito bonita de Game of Thrones. Eu lembro que eu comecei a aprender ela no piano, mas eu não terminei. A muralha. Tom, 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 tom. Iron Ref. Olha os pinheirão, pauzão grosso. Aí, mano, uma empresa faz um jogo assim. Jogos assim. Mas dá aquela cagada, velho. É muito triste, mano. Porque aí uma empresa boa foi embora, né? Entre aspas, porque ainda vai ter o The Wolf Among Us 2. Acredito eu tenho muita fé nisso. Terras dos Foresters, Estrada Real. Lembrando que a gente ainda vai jogar Resident Evil, viu? Aqui eu só vou jogar o primeiro episódio. Hoje. Só pra dar uma palhinha. Ó o Wendell. Ok, agora eu começo a andar. R1 move o personagem mais rápido, beleza. Opa, o que é isso? Tem sangue. Puta, já começou bem, amigo. Tem sangue é porque tem alguém machucado. Muito machucado. Já volto, beleza. O porco. O porco morreu. Puta merda. Será que eu vou fazer minha comida? Vai lá, vai lá. Ih, tá pegando fogo. Anda mais rápido, filho. Que tá meio esquisita a imagem, a textura, mas enfim. Não tá meio esquisita? Parece que tá pintado uma coisa esquisita. Aí. Bem que recebi.
That's father's car.
Ih, atacar na família dele.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this.
Winter may be coming, but at least he'll have his bacon.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs. I recognize you. You're a Forester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead.
Eu devia ter puxado a
Where'd you get
espada.
that sword?
Eu devia ter puxado a
Not a
espada.
chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself. Probably a deserter.
None of your fucking business.
Tome-lhe.
We're
Ô,
gonna
cabelinho de
feed you
cuia.
to the fucking pigs.
Vem, cabelinho de cuia.
That sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
Ai, meu Deus do céu.
No.
Vai morrer o velho.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Não. Não vou responder nada. Puta merda. Perdi a espada.
All right. Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
Ah, amigo.
You really are a pig.
Tome-lhe. Opa. Opa. Corre. Ai, 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 ai. Ai, 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 ai. Minha perna, fila do macarai. Mata.
Mercy, please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders.
Cara, não. Sem clemência, velho. Sem clemência. Eles não tiveram clemência do pai dele.
You hang for this. That much I promise.
Merda. Não, mano, foda-se. Eu não sou coração mole igual aos outros, não. Eu mato mesmo. Melhor eles mortos do que depois me atazanar mais.
Father?
Aí, tá vendo?
You survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Era minha irmã, minha amigo. Perdão.
I tried to stop them.
Aí, tá vendo? Aquilo ali no peito dele é machucado de lança, velho. Foi o vagabundo da lança que fez isso. Não tem porque eu me justificar, né? Porque se o cara tentando arrumar justificativa é porque eu tô com consciência pesada. Você já matou 2, falta só 1. Iron Wrath. Beleza da casa Forrester.
It's Garrett. Get the Castellan. Tell him his nephew survived.
Então já souberam da... Mano, a notícia corre rápido, né? Pô, quando é fofoca assim, não importa a era, sempre corre rápido.
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
2 Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she She was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Isso não vai trazer ele de volta.
Thank you, Maester.
Mestre. É tipo um curandeiro, então, né? Que ele tá cuidando da minha ferida.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
I'd do it again if I had the chance.
If we don't respond with strength, they won't stop until they have everything.
Concordo.
These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Não sei se eu consigo, não. Ai. Que nojo.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal.
Pronto, o que você tá comendo, Wendell?
Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Well, what do we do now?
The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young, and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit.
Vai botar a
Hold this
faixa,
for me,
né?
will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of
Não
warcraft.
foi assim, não, amigo.
That's not how it happened. Roderick had already fallen.
Although I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now.
Ou
I'd
feijão
like you to
branco,
walk for me first.
maniçoba e
See if you
açaí. O
can
que
put
que é
any weight on that
maniçoba?
leg.
Não sei o que é maniçoba, não. E açaí, puta, mano. Você...
Go on.
Não, não vou falar
Don't
nada,
stop
não.
now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Suprimentos médicos. Vamos dar uma explorada aqui. Ervas. Será que tem problema se eu pegar?
This might help.
Melhor pegar, mano. Melhor prevenir do que remediar, como diria alguns, né? Vou pegar os curativos também. Uma planta venenosa. Ah, que legal. Então, Meister, balde. Não, mas eu não vou pegar, mas nem fodendo. Não, não vou nem tocar naquela merda ali.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Ortengrin. Look,
Ortengrin.
I'll show you.
Não vou mostrar também a espada, né? O cara não tem porque ficar sabendo da espada. Ele é só um funcionário da casa. Mas por que... Mano, você bota açaí em tudo mesmo, né? Vocês aí. Asher.
Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
Essos. Talia
Talia
e
and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now.
Que é Mira.
Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself.
Aí, mano. Os nobres tinham que ser tudo igual a eles, velho. Eles são exemplos de nobres, sério.
Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
Opa. Ryan.
Never easy being the fourth-born son.
O nosso açaí é nosso suco. Eu já sei, velho, mas ainda
Lord
não desce,
Forrester.
sabe?
It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good.
Forts na códice, ok. Cadeira do Lorde.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Ainda não desce o Wendell. Ô, mano, eu tô vendo tanto stand-up, velho. Tô com tanta vontade de ir num show de stand-up, mas não tem aqui na porra de Brasília, velho. Tô vendo um, não sei se você conhece, o Renato Albani. O cara é muito bom. A gente meio que toma o suco do açaí. Ah, cê... Meister quando terminar de explorar o local. Ah, não, aqui... Ah, mas faz sentido, o açaí é uma fruta, vai ter que ter suco. Não, né, o banana é fruta, também não tem suco. Mas enfim, deu pra entender o que eu quis dizer. Conheço não? Cara, ele é muito bom, velho, é muito bom. Depois procura, Renato Albani. Cara, é bom, velho. Ele é nordestino. Você já começa por aí, ele é nordestino, então é muito bom. A fala dele é muito boa, a forma como ele fala é muito boa.
Did your leg
As
feel
histórias
weak?
também.
No. I just wanted to
Eu
ask
vou
you.
botar um show dele na hora dos reacts. Vou botar um dos stand-ups dele pra você ver. Novo Lorde ele já falou que é o Ethan, né? O
Why do the Whitehills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Com certeza foi isso.
The Whitehills want Forester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing
Cara,
left,
com o filho dele eu
just
vi.
as they've done before.
Who is the new Lord of
Nossa,
House
velho,
Forester?
coitado.
Ethan,
É um
of
dilema
course.
que acho que todo pai vai enfrentar um dia, viu? Esse aqui
At the
queria ser
Citadel,
filha.
I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men.
Ele policial.
Although, given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it?
Oxe,
I
ainda por
suppose it
quê?
will be for
Tão
Lord
bom.
Ethan to decide.
Lord Forester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Que cara chato, velho.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg
Eu
will
vou
be
ter
fine.
Eu vou botar um
Anytime
dual
will tell,
Renato
but
Albani sobre criança, inclusive.
Lady
viu?
Forrester.
Welcome
Quem é essa
home,
menina?
Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
Eu acho que a Talia gosta dele.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
Eu não lembro da história, eu já joguei, mas eu não lembro se ela gosta dele mesmo ou não. Só tô falando por falar.
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Não é pra contar pra ela.
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family.
Dá a
He
espada.
asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you,
Exato.
Garrett.
Of course.
Não fala
my
do
lady.
pau de ferro.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They attacked me.
And they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument you cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within
Eu
a
vou fazer
week.
cagada que eu não
And
sou
what would you
esperto.
have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already.
Pronto,
You ask
terminou de
too
comer?
much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard. It was his family they killed.
Ai, meu
My
pai.
uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So,
Porra,
what's
tu
to be
comeu ou
done?
só engoliu a comida, filho? Pegou o prato e botou dentro da boca, foi?
It will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is
Isso
the
eu
lord of
concordo.
this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
It wasn't murder. It was justice.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid
Eu
it's a
tô
risk
lascado.
we cannot take. Which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan, the boy has suffered enough. Where would you have the boy go?
The one place that's safe, beyond the reach of the Boltons.
You're sending him
Ter
to the wall.
Resident Evil vai ter
The boy's
Resident Evil.
done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
Duncan se lembrará da tua coragem.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse.
Ah,
And I'll see you
grande
have
coisa.
plenty of food, but we haven't much time. The Whitehills will come looking for
Me
you.
dá uma arma também, por favor, né? Pra me defender. Um treinamento, um intensivão de esgrima, né? Porra, mano, o cara vai me mandar deriva, acho que eu não sei nem quem eu sou aí no jogo.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
Eu tenho que
You're the
falar, eu
only
só tenho mais...
family I have left.
É, mano, o nosso tio é o único que a gente tem agora.
In my heart, I know I'll see you again.
Ah, que Deus permita, né? Até gaguejei aqui.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
Isso. E o que era a palavra mesmo?
What? What is it?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said,
Opa, Troy, e aí?
North
Como é que você
Grove
tá?
can
Tudo
never be
tranquilo?
lost.
Faz tempo, hein?
Sorry,
Pronto.
you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
Só
He
ficar...
said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists.
Eu nem sei
They
o que
think
que
it's
é.
just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I
Que
assume
memória
you
sempre
kept your
aparece,
word.
exatamente, Wendell. É isso que eu falo sempre.
You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett.
Não contei pra ninguém. Eu consegui
Told
manter o
no one.
segredo.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you.
Tá tudo certo, Troy,
From
contigo?
this day forward, this will
Faz
be
tempo
our
que a gente não...
secret.
Você não
But soon,
cola aí.
I may need your help.
But-
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall.
Eu
Become
não,
a
não,
ranger
filho, eu não
if
vou
you
falar pra
can.
ninguém.
It will help.
Ok. Ah, tá tudo certo. Ah, mano, que bom então, viu? Você tá bem? Tô bem, velho.
Iron from
Obrigado
ice.
por perguntar.
Iron from ice.
Iron from Ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll make you proud.
You already have.
A gente tá assistindo anime agora, viu, Troy? Que você tá sumido aí, mudou umas coisas aqui no canal. Eu tô assistindo anime, vou começar com o Konosuba dublado. Quarta-feira, viu, galera? Quarta-feira com o Konosuba dublado.
Garrett, wait!
Eu sabia que a Thalia gosta dele. Inclusive ainda tenho que achar onde eu assisti o do Konosuba dublado, né? Me dê. Eu tô cheio de item já. Eu sabia que ela gostava dele. E eu acho que ele gosta dela também. E eu shippo. Aí quarta-feira, Wendel, eu não sei se eu já falei, né? Mas eu quero assistir 2 coisas por live, no caso, né? Por live que eu faço assistir coisa. Aí eu vou assistir o Konosuba. E vou fazer outro sorteio pra quem ganhar escolher outra série ou anime pra mim assistir, viu? Dependendo do que for, eu vou assistir dublado. Dependendo do que for, eu vou assistir legendado.
Ethan?
Só quer passar a vara nela. Ah, mano, eu acho que isso daí também. Ethan Forrest. Ele já tem uma cara. Mano, ele parece o.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
Qual o nome daquele? O Harry. Harry Osborn. O Harry do Spider-Man.
Hides too well. And if you were
Olha, ó.
smart,
Não
he
parece o
would
Harry
reveal
dos Spider-Man do Tom
I don't like
Holland?
this game anymore.
É Harry?
Maybe
Eu não lembro
something
se era
happened
Harry o
to
nome
him.
dele. É aquele
Ethan's
filho do
fine.
Duende Verde.
He's just forgotten this is a game.
É a mesma cara, velho.
Ryan, look who we've found.
Achou.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
Pique, esconde, você não gosta,
He was
filho?
worried you were gone.
Ó, essa criança aí não é criança Nutella.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
Esse daí é criança Nutella. Não gosta
I
de
wish
pique
Mira
esconde.
was here. And Asha. And
Certeza que se dá um celular pra mão, ele vai começar a
I do
fazer
too.
TikTok.
But Mira's in King's Landing and
can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
O Troy já fez
Oh,
RPG, que eu tô
don't
ligado.
die
Não foi,
either.
Troy? Aí,
Mr.
Wendel, pede
O'Tangen
dica pra
said
ele.
He got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take
Exatamente.
care of himself.
Ele parece
No one will tell me
gravetos,
what Garrett
membro do
did,
bicho,
but it
mas
must
tudo
have
bem.
been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said
Fez,
someone will
fez,
come
Troy.
here looking for
O Lorde tá
revenge.
fazendo um
Everyone's worried
RPG.
about you. But
Original, no caso.
I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about
Ele
me?
tá no RPG. Ah, ele tá, né?
Well,
Eu não sei, eu não
Sir
vi o
Royland,
Discord
for
depois
one.
daquilo.
He says you can't fight very well.
Eu só entrei lá e vi.
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
I don't
verdade.
care what he says. I can protect you.
Pode.
What does milksop mean?
I don't
Maricas.
know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man.
Eu também acho,
He
filho.
taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were
Esses dias
younger?
atrás eu tava fazendo
We all
RPG
used
da
to
Ordem
play here.
de Ordem Paranormal com
You,
meus
me,
amigos.
Roderick,
Olha.
Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry.
Ah, é, Troy. Eu fui convidado pra participar de um RPG no canal de um conhecido aí, velho. Gama Lord.
Please,
Em breve,
just
viu?
be
Eu
you.
espero todos vocês
I
lá pra
like
me
you
ver
the way you
atuando
are.
pela primeira vez.
I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
Minha filha, não é assim
It's
que
for you
banda
to
toca.
decide for yourself.
Eu não quero falar
I
isso
hope
pra
you
ela.
don't change. I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
But since you're the new lord,
Ou pela
you can do
segunda, é.
anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
Ele se lembrará disso. Ah, jogo, não.
You're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Eu gosto dessas temáticas assim medieval, velho.
What's the matter?
É uma das coisas que eu mais
Lord
gosto.
Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
O que é castelão, meu Deus do céu? Por favor, alguém me
He's
responde.
demanding an audience with the Lord.
E não é um
We
castelo
really
grande.
must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were Lord, I would command Ethan to stay, with his family. Lord Whitehill is a mean old man anyways.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Desculpa, irmãos. I'm sorry. Um castelão grande. Um castelão grande. Ah, não. Eu quero saber o que é um castelão, mano. Que diabo de profissão é essa? Profissão, né? Até porque tem até hoje em dia. Você tem que fazer curso superior, né? Aí tem a pós-graduação, mestrado.
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these.
Eu vou fazer cagada, eu vou matar
Let's
alguém.
not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is.
Eu vou fazer
He's got
cagada,
5
velho.
times as many men and the backing of House Bolton.
O que eu faço, chat?
Stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Chegou. Filha de uma caralha. Minha cabeça tá latejando
Lord
ainda.
Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oathbreakers.
Falsários lutaram contra quem?
And look where that got him. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations.
Eu não sei quem é mais
Well,
chato,
now the
velho.
Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Lembrando que a gente é afiliado do Rock. Usem meu cupom pra comprar
And
energético
we've been
Rock.
his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished.
Mas eu sim.
Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Ó o cabelinho de cuia.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall?
Eu.
Answer me!
I did.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it.
Pau no teu...
I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
Então responda a Roose Bolton, não tem problema.
What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
Eita, ele mudou até o tom de voz.
Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
O menino, ele ficou até
I
comportadinho.
mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all.
Rapaz, o que uma mulher não faz,
This
hein?
is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
I've heard enough, Lord Whitehill.
O cu
Ethan is
dele
Lord
trancou,
of Ironbark
rapaz.
now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you,
Parece eu
then I trust you can find the door.
Não, você tá sendo um macho, você tá sendo o macho dos machos com qualquer um. Aparece a mulher, você vê que é de cantinho, né? Você vê que ela aparece no cantinho ali, no momento H. É automático do corpo, é tipo um instinto de sobrevivência.
The new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Rapaz, eu vou falar, a senhora Forrest que salvou nós, viu? Porque senão tava todo mundo lascado.
He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Eu acho que vai dar merda. Eu não sei quem é Ramsay Snow, meu Deus. Eles estão falando desse nome, mas eu não sei. Eu não assisti a série, tenho que assistir a série.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Ou seja, se eu não fizer cagada. Mano, Telltale é muito boa, velho. Eu gosto muito dos jogos deles que eu joguei, né? No caso, acho que foi 3 ou 4. Apenas, infelizmente. Broche.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Olenna.
Quem é a Lady Olenna? Quem é a Lady Marjorie? Eu não sei. Meu Deus do céu. Já volto, beleza. Pé de pau entalhado.
Ethan made this for me.
Moeda e Kai.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
É até um nome esquisito. Vamos ler direto, sem olhar.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Será que ela já sabe que o pai dela morreu? E o irmão mais velho, no caso? É triste, velho, que gente boa morre aqui, viu? Braseiro a carvão. Tem que ligar, né? Tem que acender. Livro antigo empoeirado.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Ela não sabe que eles morreram. É uma pena, filha. Sinto muito por você. Carta da mãe.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf.
Não sei
She
se
is
eu
our best
intervenho ou
hope,
não.
and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Não sei, porque, né, ela também tá complicada ali, a Marjorie imaginou eu. Tá tranquilo. Não é só pedir ban, né?
One moment.
One moment, please.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Não.
No, it's fine. Come in.
O que é você é, filho? Ah, ele bota o carvão.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right?
Uhum.
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Meu filho, por que você não pega mais de uma, véi?
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
Eu não
I
sei.
saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
Não, não vamos acusar
What
ele
did
nem
they
perguntar.
say?
Vamos
I
perguntar.
couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know.
Obrigado,
Most
meu
people
filho.
don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Triste.
Good night, milady.
Mas tá de dia. O cara me deu boa noite, mas tá o sol rachando ali, né?
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Sim.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own.
Oh, mentirosa, falsa.
What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
Os caras parecem personagem de Dark Souls, tá ligado?
And she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you.
E você vai me dever.
Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Vai ficar me devendo essa, viu, patroa?
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Sim.
Good luck.
Obrigado, amiga. Não sei nem qual são, não.
Nani?
O quê? Quer me matar do coração, demônio? Olha o anão, mano. Eu gosto muito desse anão, velho. Eu não assisti, mas eu gosto desse anão. É novo, é novo.
You can do this.
Agora que você foi ver, tem uns novos aí, né? O anão é um anão. O anão é um anão, exatamente, mano.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Eu gosto desse anão, velho.
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Eu não gosto
With
dessa
your
velha.
permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Olá, gente. Vamos nos ajoelhar, né?
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
Obrigado. Vamos agir certinho
House
aqui.
Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl can speak for her house.
Tenho medo de responder as coisas. Oh, ladrão.
I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the north.
Que porra de gritar? Que porra de gritar o quê?
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. Is it any wonder you were so impertinent to ask which king deserves your loyalty, if you have any loyalty at all? Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Eu não sei.
He is the
Dá até
warden
dor
of
de
the north,
cabeça.
Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
Que pena,
The
mano.
girl has a remarkable talent
Só acho que
for
quando cair no
answering
bagulho aleatório.
questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Obrigado.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we
Você vai
must
ficar
look
tentando
to
até vir,
rebuild
né, seu
and
demônio?
forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Eu não sei o que eu respondo.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Exato, obrigado, anão.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Isso aí, vamos direto ao ponto,
Loyalty
galera.
can be such a hard thing to define.
Concordo.
This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question.
Concordo.
And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can
Eu
play
fiz
games.
cagada.
Who do you choose?
Quem eu escolho? O rei ou ela? Desculpa, amiga, você
The
falou que eu
king,
tinha...
of course.
Well
Ela
said.
falou pra...
I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
Ela falou pra mim falar qualquer coisa que agradasse a mulher. Ela falou, eu tenho gravado.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants.
Eu não posso culpar.
Which is not very encouraging. I'd like
Bem-vindo de
a
volta.
word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Internet, Wendell?
I'll walk you out.
Tanto que saí toda hora por causa dessa
This
bosta
may
internet.
come as a surprise, but I met
Sabia.
your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
Obrigado.
You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
Meus pêsames
That
pra você, viu,
certainly
Wendell?
took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house.
Eu
Are
vou
you
ou não
willing
vou?
to risk it?
É uma boa pergunta.
It may be
Cara.
far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion.
Vamos.
Please.
O anão é
You are a
confiável.
brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll
Saiu
excuse me,
mal.
I promised
Não.
Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Qualquer lugar, meu filho. Vai no Rio de Janeiro pra você ver. Brincadeira.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible.
Você
At
vai
least
tentar,
it's over
Wendell,
now.
até o último momento, viu?
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Que isso, menina? Tenha
What?
modos.
It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife. Put it back.
Obrigado, Diprey.
We're
Como é que você
just
tá, meu
having
filho?
a bit of fun.
A
It's
mulher
probably
vai
for the best.
chegar, vai dar
I've heard
treta
he's
pra
a bit
gente.
perverse.
Como é que
Perhaps
você tá,
Lady
Diprey?
Marjorie
E o
with the
serve?
right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Não, quem é
He
Joffrey?
does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well,
Quem é
which is more
Joffrey?
than you can say for his mother.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right, of course.
Ah, isso é chata, amiga.
Well, I would marry him.
Tudo bem,
Imagine the
mas meu
power
celular tá
you would
travando
have
porque tá
as queen
carregando.
of the
Ah,
Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
então.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match.
Esperando eu ir pro Resident Evil pra usar os 10k, beleza,
Sir
ainda.
Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Eu tô fazendo nada, eu tava dando uma bronca nela.
Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move.
Menos.
Yet they say it
Não
is
subestime
men
uma
who are
batalha, amiga.
powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am
Vocês viram o
queen.
vídeo novo do
One thing
TikTok? O
that
que vocês
will prove how
acharam?
The lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
Exatamente, amiga.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave.
Dá não
But I
apareceu
know
pra
you
mim.
must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Tô falando do de Bleach, o do Bleach
I
lá.
do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Não, não vou pedir ajuda pra ela não, ela não vai me ajudar.
My mother wanted me to ask a favor of you. For my family. But as you said, you're in a delicate position now with the wedding so near.
Ela não vai
And I would
ajudar, só
never
pedir, eu tenho
want to
certeza.
jeopardize that.
Soon I will be queen. And maybe
Não vou
then
mais
I'll
sair.
be in a better
Ok.
position to help you. But for now we must both
E
be
eu quero
cautious.
sugestão, velho, do que eu faço mais?
My family is strong, my
Essa
lady.
porra tá parando na hora.
Don't let it trouble you. I know they will find a way to prevail.
Parou de novo. É a internet, pô. Real mata de lobos. Caralho, mano, eu pensei que eu era aqui perto, que era os malucos gritando, tá doido? Perdeu o cara, é um panguão mesmo, né?
Seven hells.
Esse daí deve ser ancestral do jogadorzão, pra ter feito uma cagada dessa. Interessante.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have
Consegui
fallen
entrar.
out of practice.
Consegui não, de prey.
But he didn't make it easy. What with all that bloody
Não
noise?
consegui.
Like a drowning cat.
Depois eu vou tentar de novo com calma, no caso, né?
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets.
Opa, opa, opa,
but
opa,
the
opa,
flayed
opa, 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 opa.
the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
Eu tenho que conseguir, porque senão não vai rolar Minecraft do jeito que eu quero.
What was that?
Não foi nada.
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
There.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Não corre.
Never mind.
Viu?
We've wasted enough time already.
Não é meio bom correr nessas situações. Você tem que ficar parado. Esse daí, velho, ele tá me lembrando de outra pessoa de algum filme. Esse barbudinho aí, velho. Não sei quem. Ok. Pra que esse suspense todo o jogo? Não vai me dar susto. Isso daqui não é jogo de terror. Pra que tá fazendo suspense todo? Eita! Blood Hell mesmo. Foi quase uma... Águia de Sangue, acho que é esse o nome. Aquele... Não sei se vocês estão ligados. Que é uma execução que os vikings faziam, né? Meu filho.
Lord Ethan!
Caso tem que ver a armadura que fiz. Ah, mano, eu tenho que entrar nesse server. Eu vou depois pesquisar com calma. Que eu fiz meio afobado na hora, sabe? Que eu tava com pressa. Aí não deu certo, eu depois vou fazer com calma, fazendo passo a passo. Aí qualquer coisa eu... Sei lá, velho, eu pesquiso também.
Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
Why are you telling me this?
To help you rule, Lord Ethan. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others. The Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Ou eu escolho o Duncan ou eu escolho o... Eita! Que cagada que aconteceu? Quem é você? Não tem desculpa, isso não é desculpa. Vamos ver o que ele fez.
Lord Ethan. Maester. This Craven is a deserter and a thief.
É verdade?
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
Ah, que bonito.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes,
você vai morrer agora, amigo.
I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right. He speaks true. I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine was small every day.
Ai, minha cabeça.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
Calm yourself.
The time for calm passed with the late Lord Forester. Now there's only chaos.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not.
E aí, o que eu faço? Eu vou de boas ou meto o pau nele? Me dá 3 opções, por favor.
I will decide.
Take his fingers. He's a thief.
Ladrão não pega, tinha que pegar a mão, não o dedo.
Will be an injustice, my lord.
Isso é o que todo ladrão diz.
Please, my lord.
My family depends on me.
Meu filho, você vai pra muralha. Filha da puta!
No, please, my lord! My family, without me they'll die!
Seu corno! Esse negócio tá muito alto, tem que diminuir depois. Eu mandei ele pra muralha porque, tipo assim, agir com clemência não, né? Porra, o cara roubou, não pode vacilar. Arrancar 3 dedos pra mim era pior. Aí eu mandei ele pra muralha porque eu achei que era tipo meio terno. Aparentemente eu fiz o pior de todos.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side.
Também, né, a mulher parece que...
Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience. You should have one advisor above the rest. There are 2 capable men for the role.
Duncan e o...
They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
Vai ser estrupado lá. É, mano, agora é problema dele.
Solicit the opinion of people close to you.
Agora é problema... É pra ele aprender a não roubar.
The bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Thank you for your counsel, Maester.
It is my duty.
Mestre é tipo um conselheiro geral, né?
Ready to convene the small council, my lord?
É isso mesmo, eu acho. Acho que ele é tipo um conselheiro geral pra você. Então é isso que eu entendi.
Receba, caralho!
Vai tomar no seu rabo, velho.
Receba, que eu quero dar no de predeiro, o melhor do mundo. Obrigado, meu Deus. Receba.
Os dois olhando pro uniforme.
Esse vídeo, viu? Tem Deus, parceiro.
Opa, o que é isso aqui? Ele é o mestre. Aqui tem coisa, ok. Escudo de pau de ferro. Vamos explorar agora. Tá. Ryan.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine 2 brothers. I carved this to give me strength.
Oh, que
and this,
bonitinho.
so I remember. I mean, I could never forget, but...
You honor Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
He was. Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
Vai talhar o nome do mesmo, não?
I saw what you did to that man.
E aí, o que você achou?
Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies. Talia told me what it means.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Exatamente.
And I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse.
Eita porra, mano. Menina é das trevas, hein?
I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Esse menino tá revoltado, hein? Pelo amor de Deus. Você conversa? Não. Essa porra parou de... Na internet, mano. Essa internet. Malcolm. Não quero olhar você. Eu quero conversar com você.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do. Showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him. To help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree.
I told her my place is here, but I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she
Exatamente.
insisted.
Mas quem é
I
o
will
Lorde?
hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be
Voltei de novo.
kind.
Seja
to her.
bem-vindo de volta.
She's been living a nightmare made real.
Não, vou você, né?
But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
Isso aí.
I know you will.
Você viu o que ela fez com o porco lá, né?
True strength.
Tem que ser calmo com
But
ela.
my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you.
Eu não sei quem é o Ramsay Snow.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Ok. O que você quer, Moria?
I saw what you did to that man.
E?
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the wall without my knowledge.
I know.
Parou
And
de
that
novo.
wasn't your fault.
But I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What?
Ok.
Ethan, please.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
Eu não devia ter
Should
perguntado.
definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's
Tuttle.
dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
É legal que a
You've
gente
always
fica,
given me good advice. Thank you.
a gente fica entre a cruz e a espada aqui, né? Porque um concorda pra um, o outro aponta pro outro.
Sword up! Swing left! Parry! Wrong! I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come.
Ah, com certeza. Dá a abraçadeira pra ele. Não, vamos dar à noite. Na verdade, a gente vai primeiro conversar com a galera, né? Ah, e tem um Meister também, né?
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord.
Isso é meio
I
esquisito.
studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord.
O cara tava observando a
Why not
madeira, o
give some
pau.
of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life.
Quanto temos?
How much do we have to give, Maester?
From here to Wolfswood Creek and then across the next 2 ridges, it should be enough to satisfy Ramsay Snow, I imagine. Bloodlust can often be sated by gifts and gold.
Porra, mestre. Aí você fode a parada, viu? Eu não quero ser bonzinho,
Our
sabe?
provisions are
É,
rather low, my
submisso.
lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight.
Ih, rapaz.
But there are steps we
Mata
can
todo
take.
mundo. É louco, filho.
In
Eu
the
sou um
past,
lorde. Eu
we've
tenho que
demanded
proteger
food
todo
from
mundo.
the small folk to replenish
E
our
a bateria do
stores.
controle tá acabando.
We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
No. There must be something else we can do.
Well, hope we find it
Tenta
soon.
diminuir a
We won't
qualidade,
have
Wendell,
much
da
room
live.
to maneuver if we don't have the option of holding fast. I can speak to the huntsmen and trappers. Perhaps they can do more. My lord.
Tá, agora eu quero falar com você.
Duncan,
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
Quem era o antigo sentinela?
As Lord, I must name a
Tá, no
sentinel.
mínimo. Aí
Of course.
complica o Wendell.
And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Actually, I wanted to ask, why did you send Garrett away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Garrett had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the Whitehills. I only hope to give you an advantage.
I understand. And you're forgiven.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your
Tá,
advice.
eu conversei. E eu não sei quem que vai ser o sentinela. Porra, mano, pode tomar meu termo, não pode mandar dar pro mestre aqui não, velho.
Swords up! You can lift them, yeah?
Pode ser o mestre não, porra. Não sei quem que eu boto. Porque um é tipo, sangue no zóio, e o outro é covarde, no caso, né? Então não sei o que eu faço. É aquele que vai sentar nela. Que? Você tá bem, filho? É aquele que... Eu
My
entendi
lord,
essa sua
are you
frase.
now ready to name your sentinel?
Não, mas vamos.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Vamos ver, o quão pequeno será que é esse conselho? Porque geralmente os caras botam o conselho pequeno, o pequeno conselho, o grande conselho. Aí o grande conselho tem 10 pessoas, o pequeno conselho tem 15. Aí eu nunca sei. Quem eu vou botar, eu ainda não sei. Eu vou decidir aqui na hora. Pedra, papel e tesoura. Ah, o pequeno conselho é pequeno mesmo. São só o Lorde e os 4 aí. Sentinela. Ah. Entendeu? Agora eu entendi.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Não, não tomei.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose
Cala a
one,
boca que eu não
Let him
terminei.
be on with it.
Exatamente, porra. O cara não deixa eu falar, velho.
Many
O
thought
toquinho aí.
either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Sentinela. Eu vou pela cabeça ou pelos músculos? Eu vou pela cabeça ou eu vou pelos músculos? Ou eu vou na minha mãe? Ah, quer saber? Vamos ser esperto. Aí qualquer coisa eu boto a culpa dele.
You will be my sentinel.
Tuttle! This is reckless.
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
É bom mesmo.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scout says only a day's ride from here. We've no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
There's no need to panic.
Você tá com
We
delay,
can
não
devise
é?
a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate.
Exatamente,
We
ele
must
vai
answer
pra
with the
comer
sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Isso é verdade também.
Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel.
Ih, já tá
I knew this would
subindo a
happen.
cabeça.
He cannot be
This
trusted.
is the bloody small council.
Let Sir Royland speak. I'd like to hear what he has to say. Sir Royland.
No, you chose your sentinel. He should speak on this.
Oh, cara.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please.
Mano, resolveu nada esse sentinela, né?
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Devo estar com medo de caralho.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
Agora temos um dado novo.
My new sentinel favors a certain approach and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow.
Vai dar muita
I would be
merda.
foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
Vai dar muita merda. Que sou
If
eu
you aren't
jogando.
ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Então a gente faz assim, amigo. Você vai ficar
Ethan has
preparado pra
made
que
his
essa merda
opinion
acontecer,
known,
você
and
ataca.
you will respect his decision.
Muito burro, velho. Por que ele não falou? Então a gente vai fazer assim, a gente vai se preparar pra
Forgive us, my
luta.
lord.
Mas a gente
We
vai
are, of
conversar
course, here to
primeiro.
serve you, as we served you. Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face, Lord for all.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. Meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Isso é interessante.
I will meet him at the gate.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Men? We hardly have any. It's a foolish plan.
Então vamos voltar
How many
atrás.
years have I served this house?
Eu não sabia
I
que a gente não
cannot
tinha
listen
muitos
to that
homens.
bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Oh, porra.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is
Você é o rei.
settled,
Eu sou o lorde
you know what we
da
must do.
cidadela aí, do coisa.
you will meet Ramsay Snow at the gate. And we will not offer our ironwood.
Isso.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Eu quero que esse episódio acabe, velho. Eu tenho que ir no banheiro. E eu quero ver minha sobrinha, que ela tá aí.
You have named your
Minha
sentinel,
Anhazinha.
but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
Não, Ferro, não.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back.
Não
He's
fala
a
da Anha,
skilled
não.
fighter.
Desculpa, eu esqueci.
What's more, he has the will to fight, a hunger for it.
Ok, interessante.
He always protected you and your sister.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Desculpa, Wendell, eu esqueci. Não vou falar mais. Vamos
Do you
esquecer
remember
esse
the
assunto.
miller's boy? How he
Olei.
tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles.
Isso daí, o pai tava
But when
certo.
Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct.
É o Wendell,
Asher
é o
knocked out half the
Wendell.
poor boy's teeth.
É o
Of course, your
Wendell,
father was
achamos o Wendell no
furious,
jogo.
but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that.
Ok.
You have many fine qualities. But you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use. You're a thinker, Ethan. You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords.
Eu tenho que ir no banheiro, urgentemente. Vamos, jogo, por favor, diz que tá acabando.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Vai.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos.
Ah, o
and
cara
bring
já
Asher
vai pra
back.
porrada, velho. O cara foi pra porrada, nem esperou. Arrancou metade dos dentes
Thank you,
do
Ethan.
menino.
I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never
Gostei.
stand
Seja bem-vindo de
alone.
volta de Prey.
You are a Forrester.
Onde você tá?
Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Tá pixelado. É, eu imaginei. Depois vê no YouTube. Se tiver interessado pra saber da história e tal. É muito boa a história, recomendo. Não tiver lendo a legenda, nem entendendo o que os caras estão falando, recomendo ver no YouTube. Quando eu postar, no caso. Oxe, não aguento tanto calça.
Begging
Ih,
your pardon,
rapaz.
I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady.
O que isso quer dizer?
I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
Como
How
você
can
pode me
you
ajudar?
help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
Amiga, fofoca salva vidas. Você não tá entendendo, amiga.
I'm sorry. I
Somos
really
pesados
must go.
pro
Please
plano
don't
de- Ih,
despair.
Prey, é uma pena.
I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Sinto muito de Prey. Meus pêsames. Qual que é o plano então agora? Pagando pra poder usar um plano melhor. É, aí é F, viu? Aí eu não gosto. Aí é. Gente, o episódio não acaba, eu tenho que ir no
Where's Sir
banheiro.
Royland? The man values pride more than honor.
Tá usando a antiga host,
And
que
without
não é
King's Landing.
24 horas.
I know you'd
entendi.
hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own.
Ah, mano, dê tudo certo,
Your
viu?
men stand ready to act if needed.
I hope so.
You made the right decision, my lord.
Bolton men approaching, my lord.
Puta merda, chegou a hora. Aí eu paro aqui. Que lá eu tenho 2 GB de RAM. Ah! Aí você tem quanto nessa que você tá usando de Prey? Porque 2 GB já não é muita coisa, né? Então. Aí eu paro aqui pra ir no banheiro, o Wendell me mata, né? E essa que eu tô usando.
Something
é
wrong with your
diferente.
gate?
Precaução, amigo, você é louco.
Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you?
Sim.
Now let me in. This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
You're welcome inside, but your men are not.
Ou não vai ter muitos players ao mesmo
Did
tempo.
you
Dá
hear
pra
that,
dar 1
man?
GB já é o suficiente.
The lord of the
Ah,
house
entendi.
says, fuck off. I think he's afraid of you. Wait
Eu
here.
tenho mesmo.
For now.
A token for the new warden of the north.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsman.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
What do you think?
Not bad.
Esse cara é
Lord
louco,
Whitehill,
velho.
can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Rodava 500 pra processar o server e os players. Eita. É, aí é F mesmo. 500 MB pra processar o server e os players. Dependendo de quanto a gente entrar, caga tudo.
Quite the army you have.
Obrigado,
Lord Forrester.
obrigado.
Very impressive.
Muito obrigado. Viu, o cara tá me elogiando, pô. Eu vou morrer. Eu tô com um louco preso, velho. E um porco também, né? Essa porra não acaba. Eu também achei que era mais rápido.
Look at that. More foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
Minha sobrinha tá gritando. 2 horas de capeta.
We really
2 horas
must
de capeta.
focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing.
Esse cara é louco, velho, eu já falei.
We'll see. First, let's see you bend the knee to my
Não dá pra salvar? Não.
Lord Bolton.
Sei, na verdade.
Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
Vamos ajoelhar.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now.
Eu escutei
Was
ela.
it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty.
Ok, o que você
The
quer?
Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries.
Obrigado,
Ships,
obrigado.
shields, chamber pots.
Penis.
I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
No, Lord Ramsay.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester.
Aye.
They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. 1 Whitehill soldier dead. 1 Bolton.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do.
Vai dar merda.
So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this
Não
day
vão.
forward.
Agora vai piorar
What?
novamente. Por
The
que,
Ironwood?
Wendell?
But
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do
Pode ligar a
that.
TV pra cima.
Why
Ih,
not?
rapaz, deu ruim.
You know something the Whitehills done? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen.
Isso é verdade.
Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point.
Tome-lhe na cabeça.
We'll try this. Wood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before.
Isso é verdade.
To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
at
No.
Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan,
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Eu já ouviu falar em uma extensão GZ?
Not for me.
Não, velho. Nunca ouvi falar disso. Oxe, quem deixou vocês entrar? Mano, mas tá todo
You have a
descarado.
man you
aqui.
trust?
My son, Griff.
É o cabelinho, não é?
Will lead the garrison.
É o cabelinho de cuia, certeza.
Have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
please, Duncan, don't.
Se controla aí, Dan.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Ele vai matar o menino.
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
Ele vai comer a menina.
my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother.
10.500. Que isso, Wendel? Pra quê, velho? Gasta esses pontos, meu filho.
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. we'd get along well.
Eu acho que eu fiz merda.
I suppose you can
O
stay.
cara quer comer a menina. Ele quer.
Aren't you the bold lord?
Eu vou morrer.
What have you done?
But I don't want a bold lord.
Os recursos servem para não perder o progresso e a extensão é essa. Ah, ok. Pesquisa o que é, velho.
Even though you did bad
Eita
to me.
porra.
I think we've come to an understanding. I certainly feel better about all this.
Eu falei que ele era louco.
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward. No! Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Brian!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have
Eu não lembro, mas eu espero que dê pra matar essa porra,
Somebody
essa
help him!
coisa aí.
Fetch the maester quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let him go!
Stop them! Don't please! Ryan,
Stop
please!
it!
Let me go! Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
Faleceu. Mata esse desgraçado. Agora você ficou dentro, velho. Agora tu tá imerso nisso daí. A sua história começou a seguir. No próximo capítulo, agora, né? Não vou jogar hoje, mas... Vamos ver aí o que tem.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing
Ainda bem,
comes
né?
without a cost,
Ainda
my
bem.
lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Sim. Não sei nem o que vai acontecer. Acabou. Então vamos lá, para minhas escolhas. Episódio 1, Ferro do Gelo. Você e 34 deixaram Bowen para trás. Ah, mano, foi menos da maioria do cara que morreu. Ah, bom. Mas ele era irmão dela, o Wendell. Irmão gêmeo. Vocês 62% juraram lealdade ao rei. 35% mandaram Eric para a muralha. 69% escolheram Duncan como sentinela. E quase 50% encontraram Ramsay no portão. Olha só. Mais ou menos, mais ou menos. Escrito por Andrew Graham. Ok. Mano, muito. É legal, velho. É legal. Telltale é muito boa.